What's up, everybody? Graphic content episode 35, man. We're
All
getting
right.
close to season 2 next year. So appreciate everybody checking out myself, Who That Comics, Boston Chris. It's been an eventful year for comics and pop culture. So
Yes.
yeah, we got a lot we're gonna touch on different things, but yeah, we're slowing down, Chris. The end of the year, we literally have less than 2 months until
Yes.
the new year.
That's
Um,
right. And
yeah, so
I have to say, I know for me for this year, comic wise, I've gotten a pretty decent amount of books that I wanted off my want list, which is good. I'm excited for that. But with trying to go ahead and go to like Heroes and have a lot of fun over there and everything. I'm definitely slowing down on my own. Like I've slowed down, and we'll go ahead and just kind of do my best to kind of manage that to go ahead and get some decent money to go to Heroes and
mhm.
hopefully come back with a great haul and everything. So the thing with the thing with comics, and I have to say is that it's fun in the moment. It's hard to stop when you're in the moment, just because it's like, oh, this is a good deal. I gotta get
Yeah,
this deal. You know?
that's what I was thinking. It's hard when you see a deep like, I'm not, and Chris Wright is thinking the same way I'm thinking. It's not like we're talking about like, oh man, that book's fair market value is like it last sold $500. Ooh, they're selling for $475. No, I'm not talking about that type of deal. I'm talking about like it's $500 book that it's been selling at $500, and somebody says, look, I'm selling for $300. You're like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's the time. Like I know he's like, it's hard to pass those up. And the best way
Absolutely.
I've been passing them up recently, I haven't been watching.
Oh, well,
And
that,
yeah,
that's
I haven't been watching.
that's a dead show up by a way of not doing that. Like you don't watch. But the other thing too is that like the one thing that I think if you do collect off of a list and everything, or at least try to keep track of it all, go back and look what you got, and then you kind of reflect on that, and you'll be depending on how you've done, how many books you have, all the rest of it, you may be able to say, all right, I've done all this, and I can shut it down for the rest of the year, and then come back and figure out what I'm going to do next year, or like as gearing up into the new year, figuring out what my strategy is going to be for getting some of these other books if I didn't get
Mhm.
everything, or what other new books I want to put on there. So there's always a method of doing it, and I think that when it comes down to it, it's important to go back and look and reflect and see what you actually did, because sometimes I think that a lot of times people don't take that time and be like, hey, I got some really good books this year. Like I got some really awesome stuff that I never thought I would have. And pat yourself on the back. Like go ahead and say, hey,
Mhm. Yeah,
this.
I'm like this year. And I say this every year. I feel like this year was better than last year for me, because honestly, a lot of people don't still haven't seen a lot of the stuff I haven't revealed a lot of stuff, and I'm
Yeah.
still making payments on another big purchase as well. So it's like I got a I got a lot of stuff this year that was not expected. I did knock out like when we did, and you helped me do that collage with my 20, I think it was 2023, no 2022 list. I think
Yeah.
I knocked off like 5 books out of the 10, which
Oh,
is
nice.
but not this year. But I mean I knocked out 5 books since I've done that list. But I
Yeah.
think I think with the help of Steppo, I think I did 3 this year off of that
Nice.
list, which
Yeah.
is crazy. I did a big jump in some of those hot books that I got from that list from this year, and not even the big books I got this year, or not even the highlights of this year. They I could have just ended it with those, but like they had some, like you said, some good deals this year, and it was hard to say no. And some
Yeah.
good deals transitioned to me getting other books because I was like, wait, this is such a good deal. I know how this guy grades raw books. I can get this book and I could turn it into this, and I can use that money to buy this.
Hmm.
That's kind of like I've been playing the game as well, but I've taken a big pause because, like you talked about, like before you know it, Heroes Con is less than a year away now. You really
Yes.
look, it's way not just less, way less than a year away now. because
That's right.
it's in June.
Hmm.
So it's like to me, it feels like it's right around the corner. It's going to get here faster than ever.
Yeah.
Um, and it's stuff I want to do. I got other conventions planned, but I've already kind of committed myself to like not doing stuff. What's up, Kenneth Burr from Virginia? But
Hello.
I've already committed to not getting stuff or doing stuff. In New Orleans, they have the Back to the Future crew. I would love to get them to sign something. I can't think of anything to get them to sign. Plus, when I looked at the prices to get them to sign stuff,
It's
let's just
expensive.
say, yeah, it's like a grand. It's at least a grand of getting all four of those main characters from Back to the Future, which was one of my favorite movies when I was a kid.
Hmm.
I would have to spend $1,000, and that kind of sucks. I kind of like I ain't gonna lie, I kind of was upset. Even I'm a older adult, well not an old adult, but an older adult, and I got kind of disappointed because of it was so out of reach.
Yeah.
Because of my goals for next year, because I know they're gonna have Michael J. Fox blocked off. I know they're gonna have probably what's his name? What he plays Doc Brown. What's his
Christopher
name?
Lloyd.
Christopher Lloyd. They might have him in the same area blocked off. So I'm not even gonna be able to have a glimpse of probably seeing them. Maybe
Yeah.
Christopher Lloyd and the other two, Biff and what's her name?
Leah Thompson.
Yeah, like I might be able to see those two definitely. I might see Christopher Lloyd, like just be able to see them. But I know I'm not going to be able to see Michael J. Fox just because of his condition. They're probably going to have him behind black curtains,
Yeah.
and and it kind of sucks. It's just something like you either you meet somebody from you think from your childhood, even though that movie came out when I was probably like born.
Hmm.
it's it people don't realize like how much once you get like in that range, they play stuff on TV or you see it on
Yeah.
VHS and stuff like that. So that kind of sucks. But I know when I go to these conventions, I already made my decision. Thank you to CGC with the yellow label, yellow black label. I'm still probably going to get stuff signed, but because I'm not going to get it slabbed, instead of paying somebody like $30 to get a signature, and normally I've noticed they're like if something's $30, usually like $10 or maybe even less. I'm gonna just get stuff signed and be like, all right, I might be able to get like a whole bunch of stuff signed, but not get it graded, and then
Hmm.
send it off later. Send it off later.
Yeah. And I
So,
think that if I had to talk about a development that came out this year that was big, I mean huge in that space, it would have to be that. I mean, I think that more so than the 9.9s and 10.0s increasing and everything like that. I think that the fact that they finally added signature verification is probably the biggest thing, at least in my eyes, just because
yeah,
there's so much more freedom now when you go to a convention to be like, hey, listen, I can get stuff signed, I can send it in at my leisure, and I don't have to worry about going through either a facilitator or submitting it right then and there. I have the ability to go ahead and do this, and I think if you're trying to budget, this is a big, just win in that column so that you're not spending so much time because and you actually can go ahead and enjoy the convention. Like, all right, I got this stuff signed, especially if it's a multi-day convention. It's like, all right, I saw the people I wanted to on day one. I got everything I needed to get signed. Now I can actually go around and check things out instead of frantically trying to go ahead and wait in this line. And now, well, this line took all this time because people are getting stuff graded and everything else. It's less of a headache in my eyes. I think it's really um, helpful to everybody for that. And then especially if you have shows where CGC doesn't go to, that I think is like one of the biggest things that like will make it tough. Just because, I mean, I speak from my own experience and having to go through facilities. And I remember last year at Rhode Island Con, I spent a lot of money, like more than I had anticipated, and like I almost choked when he told me how much it was going to cost me to get everything slabbed and sent off. And then on top of that, the amount of time it was going to take for it to come back because it wasn't under my CGC, it was under theirs, and it took. I mean, and it was just basically like asking over and over again, months down the road, hey, like what's going on? Oh, they're doing this now, and like I'll let you know. And it's just like it was basically I sent my books off, and they just sat in limbo for a while. So I was like, you know what? I'm not going to do it this time. I'm going to take my time and do what I got to do. And I think too, um, you know the other great thing about that is that you, when you're doing that, you definitely spend less money and you can get by with less. Because I remember I went to two shows. Within a week of each other, and one show that was in Boston, and I just said, all right, I got $100. That's all I got, and I came back with a pretty good stack of books for that $100. And it was digging in bids and finding deals. And then at Terrificon, same day, I got $200. That included, so that $200 was me buying food, um, including what's it called, getting stuff signed, and then buying books. And I didn't buy a ton of books. I bought some stuff that I was like, all right, let me get this, and um, you know, got I think an amazing. I got an amazing enough deal that everybody, like, when I show people like the book I got, and they asked me like, "Oh man, what'd you pay for that?" And I told them, every single person's jaw dropped. There's one vendor that I'm cool with. I walked up to him, I told him what was going on. I said, "Yeah, dude." I was like, "How much is that? How much you got that for?" I said, "I got this for like 200." I was like, "Dude, I paid this much for this." He's like, "What?" He's like, "Dude, no way." He's like, "Yo, you could easily get at least like 150 for that." And then like as a joke, he asked me, "You want to sell it? You want to sell it?" And I was like, "No, no, I'm taking this home with me. This is mine." But you know, I think that really being able to have that freedom to not have to get stuff done right then and there, especially through something that's going to upcharge you like crazy, it's a good feeling. So that is a win for the community, as far as being able to go to cons and enjoy them and not break the bank, at least with signatures and verifications and witnessing, I should say. So that I'm happy about.
Yeah, it's I know I have my convention January. Like I said, I was talking about I'm probably not gonna if I might just get a couple of the actors from Back to the Future sign. They're probably be like, "Oh man, you're gonna get Michael." They're probably gonna ask me. They might ask me. I don't know if they'd be curious, but and I'll just be like, "I not can't afford it," But
Yeah.
I'm gonna go there. I'm mainly gonna go to New Orleans, as long as I get the pass for it. Going to New Orleans Fan Expo to make some content. So that'd be nice to actually walk around, do like a little tour, probably every aisle,
Hmm.
and do that and shoot that. And then I got Dallas later on, but that's almost like a family vacation slash you know con, if you want to say. So that one won't be as strenuous. I probably will pick up some exclusives there, but that's just because I know how well I did last year with the exclusives, and
Yeah.
so I probably would do that. Uh, but I'm probably not going to unless CGC's there. I'm probably not going to get anything graded.
Oh, I
Uh,
would.
well, if they're there, I'll get stuff graded because I could just give it to
Yeah.
them.
Oh no,
But
yeah, exactly.
but if they're not going to be at either convention, I'll just hold off. I'll get stuff signed, and if I want stuff signed if I want to get it graded, I'll get it graded later at a later date. And
Yep.
because if they do like they did this year, which they 2 years ago they went to Dallas. CGC was at Dallas, and I think they also went to Heroes. So they done both like in back to back weeks.
Yeah.
But last year they didn't do it. So I don't know what they're gonna do this year because they're actually like 3 weeks apart. So they have a good distance between them. So if they don't show up and they do and they announce that they're going to Heroes and they're going to do on-site grading, I'm probably going to
Yeah.
pick a stack. I'm probably going to have a stack of books that I want to get these on-site graded, and then I'm going to have a stack of books I don't mind waiting for these because on-site
Yeah.
grading costs more. So I'll probably have like at least a handful, which is like 5
Yeah.
on-site grading, get it done now because I want it, and the other books will be like, yeah, I'll get them back, in a month. I'm fine.
I
And
might
save some money.
I might be
So,
off on this, but I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, that the tickets for Heroes, I think, go on sale next Friday. I'm pretty sure.
somebody told me it's coming up. I don't know if it's
Yeah. Like I know that Terrificon is coming up soon too. Like I think they said that they're gonna have their hotel block um going up. I want to say either next week or the week after. Like usually it's right around like this time where they'll have people where they'll basically put that stuff up there. So that's what I would say to it for anyone who is planning on going to Heroes or Terrificon, and you're looking to stay either nearby or on the property. Definitely check out for when they drop the codes for
Mhm.
that, just because that's where you'll get the deep discount. If you wait too long, things will go back to being regular price. And I know when it comes to Terrificon, Mohegan Sun is very expensive. The other area hotels that aren't too far away, I'm not 100% sure because I never stayed there, but I know Mohegan will cost you a pretty penny. So
Mhm.
definitely take advantage of that code if you're going to go to the Terrificon.
Yeah, and yeah, I know once Heroes comes live, I'm probably gonna pay for the. I think it's VIP. Um,
Yeah,
Probably gonna definitely pay for the VIP to get in there faster, sooner, and all that stuff.
yeah,
Uh, um, all the other conventions I'm going to, I normally get a media pass, so I'm not too worried about those.
yeah,
Uh, but yeah, I'm actually excited, looking forward to that stuff. Hopefully, with barring anything crazy, everything goes well next year and the years later, and can continue to go to these different conventions. I know for a fact I could say this right now, even though we're 2 years away. In 2026, I will not be going most likely to Heroes Con. I would say I'm leaning on the percentage wise, probably over 50% that I'm not going to be going, just because we're planning on some family trips that's going to be out the country in 2026. And it's in that same month. So it all depends on when they do it and how much a good time and how expensive it is. Because I looked at flights for me. Guess what? Flights are not cheap going to freaking Charlotte.
no,
Um,
not actually for
it's
me either. So,
yeah,
like, but I
yeah,
would say
they're like
bio.
they're over $200. They're over $200, and that's not a round trip. What's
Yeah,
up, Biohazard? Nice to see you. He's been popping in a lot lately, and he's been like he was on hiatus and he came back. It's nice to
yeah,
see you. Hope you're doing well as well. So hopefully the price of the tickets or something go down because man, I looked at the money I'm going to spend. Oh man, just on my round trip ticket, I'd probably spend for me, my wife, and my daughter for Dallas round trip. I'll probably spend the same amount if the prices don't go down for just one person like myself. So it's just crazy.
yeah.
Uh, yeah.
Well,
So yeah.
yeah, like and that's a tough part. But I will say I know for me Heroes I'm doing next year, and then I probably it's not gonna be an annual thing for me. I just wanted to go
Mhm.
to a convention in just a different place that I've never been. There's I want to say there's a couple of shows that I definitely want to go to that I haven't ever been to. So Heroes is one. Um, I don't know if I'll do it in 2026 or not, but I definitely want to check out Baltimore because I heard good things about Baltimore, and I don't know if I would ever do New York, not because I mean getting there wouldn't be tough at all. I mean that's just like take the Amtrak.
Yeah, that wouldn't be expensive for me.
Super
New
easy.
York. Yeah.
It's just
New York.
I think hotel wise, it's tough to deal with, and then just overall it's expensive and it's a lot of just area and space. So it's like I don't know if I want to do a convention that's that big. But definitely want to do Baltimore at some point. I don't really have any desire to do like MegaCon. I know a lot of people think, oh, MegaCon is great. Nah, I'm good. I think what I would like to focus on.
I would like to do MegaCon. The problem is MegaCon look like they can never focus on one date. Look like every year they're changing. It's like whatever they
Yeah,
feel like. Oh, I feel like this month. They're like, yeah, like so you can't really plan ahead like say we're like, all right, I want to go to MegaCon 2026. Guess what? I can't plan ahead for it because I gotta wait till this one's over, and then whatever date they choose for 2026, then I can plan. So it's like,
yeah. Well,
and
the other thing that I want to do.
I can't go to Orlando,
Yeah,
and you know what I'm about to say. I can't go to Orlando without my wife and daughter, and that's going to be even more money.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. And that's the thing.
I'd be cheaper to go to New York.
Well, I mean, maybe, yeah. I know that one thing that I do want to try to do is try to see if I can find more. I would say, like those are the ones I want to do for bigger shows, and then I want to try to see if I can find more like smaller, you know, shows that are hopefully, preferably closer by, but like, not too far of traveling distance, just because I feel like that's another untapped resource that people really don't go to or talk about as much as the smaller shows that are just kind of like local or around, or within like 1 or 2 hours of where you live, where they're just straight comic focused, and it's like, all right, let's see what kind of stuff, because I've seen actually, for me in my area, Lunch Money Comics actually goes to a lot of different stuff, and he likes to go to a lot of smaller shows. So it's like, oh, all right, let me look more into these type of things, and then it's something I think that like a lot of people overlook, where it's just like, I mean, going to the big shows is great, but I think it's good to kind of if you're gonna go to a big show, if you're gonna travel and everything, that like maybe you do like the next year just kind of local stuff, low key, try to keep it, and then as you're trying to gear up for another big one outside. So Terrificon is always going to be the show that like I plan on doing that every single year. I will say this year was
that's like me with New York. I'm not New York. That's like me with New Orleans. So yeah, I know. Yeah, Terrificon. Yeah, you Terrificon. Me New Orleans fan like is always going to be on the list.
Yeah, and the thing I'll say about Terrificon this year, and I've said it before, and I mean, if you watch anybody's content about it, I mean, so many people made videos for like, and I'm not talking about like, they made videos like once or twice, like so many people made videos like literally weeks after Terrificon was over. I want to say at least for like 2.5 months straight after Terrificon, it was like people just kept making more and more videos and just getting that stuff together and showing stuff, because it was such a good experience. That's probably the best experience I've ever had at a convention. And I went home. So I went down on Friday, had a great time, then came back, and then went down on the Saturday, and then again had a great time, met tons of people, and then came back. And the thing that I was, the show was amazing, like it always is. But I was so just kind of like jealous of the people that were staying over, because I was like, I know they're having a better time right now, and I'm taking off, and I know these guys are just having a blast getting to know and hang out with each other, because the amount of people that went was just incredible. I mean, we're talking about people from all over the country, and outside of the country as well. So it was a really, really fun show. And so much so that I'm like, you know what, I'm staying over next year. So that's how that's going down. I'm like, from now on, if I'm going to Terrificon, I'm staying over, just because for the opportunity to just hang out with people after the show. So buying books and getting stuff signed is great, but being able to have them have the opportunity to meet and hang out with people was really what I was looking forward to the most. And I got to meet a ton of people that I've talked to and interacted with on here, but that was an experience. So that's what I'm hoping that Heroes has too. Like I hope a large group of us all descend on Charlotte all at the same time, and we all get to hang out and have some fun.
Yeah, I agree. So I know I'll be there. You'll be there. Look like Leaker's definitely going to be there. Just about other people that kind of we know in our little group of people. Hopefully they're there, because it was because I had a lot of fun when I went to Dallas this past year, and Tony was there. Not this past year; it was the year before that. When Tony was there. When Tony was there, but the second year he came, like last year. Well, I should say this year he went back. It was fun again. We actually took time to go to a dinner and just chill and talk and hang out. So like that was actually cool. So I'm looking. I think it's gonna be good.
I think that right there is probably like I mean, outside of the books you get and everything like that. I think I think that really is where that you've embraced and become a part of the community, just because I think back to shows where it's like, all right, I'd go and see people and just wave at them or whatever, and then kind of take off, and it was all about what books I got and everything like that. But this was this, and what I've been seeing is people coming together more and just wanting to hang out and like you know let's just shoot the shit, let's chill out and just take it easy. I'm like, yeah, like why not? Like why not just? And for me with Terrificon, it's like I usually do. So in the past years, I've done Terrificon in one day, and it's a stressful day. It's a lot of stuff to do, and it's just like So I did 2 days this year, but why not go down, get a hotel, and then just do it at your leisure? Hey, I'm gonna bring some books down to get them signed. I'm gonna go out and hang out with this one, and then just kind of chill out and have a good time. Like that. That I think that experience during conventions is really underrated. Where people I think now starting to understand, like, hey, you know what? Take your time. Like there's no need to rush. And I think that's really what I value the most, is just being able to go at your own pace, and then get to know and meet people and hang out and talk. I think that's really the most fun thing about it.
Yeah, so gonna be a fun year, guys. This is all we can say about that. So my highlights, a couple of things really quickly. And well, show this stuff. This is quick stuff. So as everybody can see, I got a Short Box live. I'm gonna go live November 10th, which is 3 days from now. I need to add more books.
So it's what, Sunday?
Yeah, so Sunday doesn't end. It ends on Tuesday, but like I said, I need to add more books. I don't have a lot of books added, but I do have these books currently on the Turtles auction, which this is actually some good stuff. So first up, it's a triple sign Kevin Eastman that has 0 bids on it.
Oh, nice.
This is the FF49 homage. It has a COA by the Asada brothers, and Kevin Eastman all signed it. So it's triple signed. That one's on there because I'm trying to downsize and because I'm trying to pay off a lot of debt as well. So that's why that's on there. But it's at $0. This one's only at $3, which is a travesty. It's a sketch with Raphael, kind of a side sketch, double sign by the Asada brothers as well, but it's from, I think this is a New York Comic Con blank, if I'm not mistaken, the gold blank. But it's a full sketch. If anybody knows sketches, they are anywhere between, especially this is not like a full body, but this is still probably at the minimum, probably $150. So this is only at $3. So these are live already on the Turtles auction on Shortbox. So stuff tends to rise up and late at the end of the auction. But
people come.
But if you put a high bid, like your high bid early, it kind of runs people away. I've noticed. That's what I've noticed. If you put a good strong, like you say, you're like, oh, I would pay $50 for that. I guess what? Put a $50 bid. People might challenge you a little bit, but if they see, oh man, I don't know what his top price is, but I don't want to get stuck with it. That's what they're thinking. They're like, I don't want to get stuck at it.
There's that. And I also think that I think that people like to chip away too, because I think, oh, like I wonder what this, and then they kind of go away and then they'll come back and be like, oh, let's see what else, because that's the way I think about it. I think everyone just kind of like will go ahead and see, just kind of put a couple of tests out there to see what's going on. And then, like you said, like some people will get scared away because they think it's too much, or some people will just sit there and like, you know what, I'm going to take a chance and see what I can get. So, what I say is, that sketch is definitely worth it. Especially, I mean, I won't say it's worth it at $3. I mean, everybody knows that. That's crazy talk, but it's a great sketch, and I think that if you went in and bid with confidence, you will not be disappointed. That looks like a great sketch.
And they're all near mint. These actually end in less than 24 hours, so tomorrow.
Okay, so you get basically so by like tomorrow afternoon or so?
Yeah, well, I think it's at 22 hours. So
okay.
So at whatever time it is now, kind of subtract 2 hours, so around that time.
Yeah. So 22 hours, that's not bad. So you've got clear warning. If you want to get a sketch, which is right now sitting at $3, or a triple signed book that includes a Kevin Eastman signature with no bids, you get basically less than a day.
Yeah, Kevin Eastman's probably, I think it depends on what area he goes in, but because I know his one of his places he went for a signing, he was $50. So
Yes.
he's anywhere I think $25 to $50, depending on where he's at. But I think
Yeah.
he's closer to the $50 I've seen recently.
Yeah. He was
Uh,
last year at Terrificon. Not
yeah,
Terrificon.
which
Last year
kind of which kind of
at
sucks
Rhode
because
Island.
he was at 25 for a long time.
Yeah.
But to transition to something else, but those are live. Check them out. I got the other auction live. I got some books posted on the preview, so you can see those books that I have that go live November 10th. I need to add more, but I'll have a few more books added and a slab or two. So, but I wanted to talk about this because Chris has been seeing them. I've actually participated in breaks, not buying boxes, but I participated in breaks, and I've got these Marvel cards. So this is the Marvel Upper Deck Annual. This is Vestal Sam Wilson's cap numbered. This is a numbered one to $3.99. So they got that one. So they do have the annual Upper Deck Annual Marvel, and then they also have the Topps Chrome,
Oh wow.
Marvel. And this is Sunfire. This is one of the, I'm just showing the best ones I've gotten. This is numbered to $3.99. It's called the Shark Prince Web. So they got that one, and then this one is the Strong Guy, like Green Lava. That's kind of what it's called, and that one's numbered to 99. So, and they also talk about each character on the back. Gives a little short, bio of the characters on
Stats
the
and
back.
everything.
Yeah, not on the Topps Chrome Marvel. On this one, it doesn't have anything about it, character, but on the Topps Chrome Marvel, it does. One thing I can say, and I'll make myself unbig about these, the Topps Chrome boxes are expensive. They're expensive. Now the upper deck annual, which I think is a great value, and I would recommend people buying a box. It's only $125 to $135, depending on where you get it from, for a box. And you can hit some really big stuff for $125. I've seen people spend more than that on food. So yeah, but I think the Topps Chrome one is like in the 300s or maybe more for a box. I think it's more. Somebody could correct me if I'm wrong. But a Topps Chrome. But I've seen people hit. Recently I've just watching people. I love watching people unbox, pay for stuff and then people rip them open. Somebody got out of 5. It's a red out of 5 Colossus. Now, these cards are very popular right now, so red out of 5 Colossus probably is over $1,000 just for that card. At least, especially since the Wolverine and Spider-Man are like 50 to 60,000. In a out of 5. So that's kind of, those cards are very, very expensive. I don't know what your thoughts are. I like them. I wish the Topps Chrome was more affordable to buy a box, but that's why when you hit one of those numbered limited cards, they tend to be very expensive. I like the annual. I like the Upper Deck Annual because it's more in my wheelhouse of price to buy a box, and I think you can have fun ripping it, especially if you have kids. But yeah.
So I'm gonna have to ask this because I don't, I haven't bought trading cards or anything like that in a long time. I think if I have bought them, as far as I haven't bought new ones, let's put it that way. I've bought ones from shops and stuff like that. But not new. I was all right, they had the whole set of these cards here. Okay, yeah, no, give me those. Like that's $20, no problem. I think I did that on the comic crawl that we did with 3 Men in the Basement in them. But new stuff, I'm just kind of curious. So you said the Topps. Was it the Topps?
So they got they have 2. They actually have 3 because they have another series, another type of card out. So the first one that came out was the Topps Chrome of this year. I think they've done it before. And then right after that was Upper Deck. Upper Deck, I think the Upper Deck did a annual. Annual boxes. And then what's hot right now, because it just came out maybe a couple of weeks ago. It's is Topps Sapphire,
Okay.
which is a great design, great color, but those are expensive. Those are like $700 a
Well, I
box.
was gonna say, so when it comes to the Topps Chrome and everything, like what makes those so expensive? Like what like because I don't even know like what's the
Well,
asking price I get for a box?
the cat. Well, it's the characters that make it expensive.
Okay.
They. I don't think. I forgot what they. I don't know what they paid for per case because when you buy that stuff, whatever you pay for it, it transitions to that's why you got to sell it for that price. So I'm guessing. I mean, it's more expensive now because people are ripping them, open them up, and hitting certain characters, and those characters are raising the price because like I said, if you can, I think that you can look up sales of like Spider-Man and Wolverine, like it's one of their low numbered cards have sold for a lot of money. So that's kind of
Okay.
what's made those hot and very expensive. The and That's why I said the Upper Deck Annual is more like in my wheelhouse of buying a box because I haven't seen anybody hit a big card out of that yet, but they might have been more produced because the price is only $125 a box. Usually, when the
Okay.
price is low, it's because it's
Yes.
a lot of it's made. That doesn't mean they don't have those big hits out of them. It's just that it might be
Yeah.
harder. But the other stuff, the price is high, but I hit this guy. It could have been a better number. A strong guy, yeah, he's not a big popular character. But if I'd have hit a better lower number, even though this is a low number, they've only made
Yeah.
99 of this green lava one. Uh, it's still worth more than a regular base card of them. I think this card by
Oh yeah.
itself is like 15. I mean, it's not. If he was a more of a primal character, it'd be a lot more. But just
Yeah.
being this number card is $15.
Well, you know what's crazy is that
It's
like
just crazy.
I think like I know that like the last one that almost got me to get into it, at least stop buying, was those Lord of the Rings like Magic the Gathering cards.
Mhm.
And the only reason why I didn't buy
And
them
those are
was
cheap
because,
too. You can get that for $100 a box.
well, you can now because that one ring card is already, Post Malone has that and everything. But the thing that I was saying is that like, I was thinking about it, but I was like, yeah, I don't know, because I wouldn't, like, I've played Magic the Gathering before and everything, but they're not cards I would use, and I don't play anymore. So it's just like I don't want to get a bunch of cards that I'm just like, all right, I bought these and I have them and I don't need them type thing. I've always been a big fan of the Marvel cards, like back in the day. And I had a bunch of different ones. Like, there's some sets that I wish I had collected, and some of the ones that I had in the past that I wish I had kept. But I have to say, it is kind of funny that those have stood the test of time, and people still buy them because I just uh, would be excited now too with like the different character, like the new characters that they could put in there, the art that goes along with it. Like I would see some great stuff happening with those, and I like I think it's fun to rip open the packs like because for me it's just like, oh, like what am I getting? Because it doesn't really matter. If you put a bunch of packs in front of me, like I would just have fun ripping them. I don't even have to. I don't even have to own the box. You can say, look, you rip open a bunch of packs, and I'll take care of this. I would be in heaven. All right, yep. Look, you got this, and this. Woo! Because like that's always been my thing. So I think that part is fun. I just know that when it comes to the ultra expensive, that's one of the deterrents for me, just because I really do wish that some of that stuff was more affordable. Just because like the worst thing you can do is gamble on a box of that stuff and then get nothing, and like, ah, dude, like if you spend $500 on a box and you didn't get the card that's going to be at least get you your money back or better, it just kind of feels like it give you a bad taste in your mouth. But um I will say that I think I saw, it might be rumored, but I thought that Wizards of the Coast was supposed to be doing a Magic the Gathering set of Marvel. So if they do that, I probably will go ahead and buy those, just because I want to see like what kind of stuff they're going to come out with. Um, and I know I've seen, I don't know what set that they have it in, but I have seen that like there are the ones that have the sketch cards, where like some people will do original art on the cards. Those are cool, and I think those demand a high price as well, just because those are very limited. and I don't know what set they come out in, but it also feels like when it does come to those Marvel cards, it's kind of underground. You kind of have to know who to talk to because I feel like a lot of the stuff comes out and I hear about it like way after the fact where it's like, oh, I didn't even know that they made these, and then it's like, oh, well, let me check out getting some packs or a box, and by that time now they've become more rare and the price is expensive, and it's like, oh, well, I guess I'm not getting any of those. So, but I think and I don't know what cards would be in there, but I think it would be awesome to get a new set of cards and pull like a Miles Morales card or a Spider Gwen or you know uh like the Guardians of the Galaxy, like as they look now and everything. How cool would it be to get a null card or a toxin or something like that? Like that all I think would be really really fun. So I have to say, I could watch people doing those box breaks all day, like of Marvel cards. Sports cards, not so much. I'm not really like I love sports, and I used to have a ton of basketball and football and baseball cards and stuff like that back in the day. But for me, box breaks of sports cards aren't as exciting to me as it would be watching somebody like open Magic the Gathering or actually not really Magic the Gathering, but opening like Marvel themed cards or something like that. That I can sit there and be like, all right, show me what you got. Tell me why it's expensive. Tell me why it's good. Sell me on why I should buy this. Like that's always my thing. But I I'm curious. The Topps Chrome, do they have any of those? Do they have any of those sketch cards, or do they have those in the upper deck things that you're talking about?
Yeah, what you were saying, the sketch cards?
Yeah, because I know I see artists on Instagram like, oh, I did this stuff for this set, and so they'll go ahead
Well,
and they'll
I know they have autographs. Um, I guess they got a check. They do have a checklist. You could always see. They got. So this is the Scarlet with Scarab. That's from the annual. They have
Mhm.
same. They have a lot of different characters. So you would have to. You'd have to go to the checklist. They have these that are cool. I don't know if the Chrome has these, but these are cool with the annuals, like comic covers.
Yeah. See that I
So
think is fun.
those are pretty cool. And they have like little explanations about Gwen, Spider Gwen, clone, Shadow clones. It has the release date on the back of it, who wrote it, and who was their artist. So
Yeah,
and they have a brief little description of it. So that's actually pretty cool. So I mean, I think, yeah. And, and these actually are the annuals um, have the power set.
okay. Yeah. So it has
Um,
I think that's cool. I like that too. I used to love back in the day. Um, I will say that I know they randomly release stuff. So
mhm,
it's just like it's hard to find out like when they're gonna do that. And I don't pay attention enough to the card world to know. I probably should just to kind of check it out and see if I can get some of these things at certain points where it's not too expensive. Because I do know
mhm,
like they released like a Marvel Masterpiece set. I want to say like
mhm,
a couple years ago, and if you were in on wanting to get those, it was like you had to get them right in the beginning because after that, like the price like just like skyrocketed on
mhm.
them. Because I guess it was sort of limited, but I guess there was like a lot of like cool stuff like where it's just like because they're higher end art on the cards, and there's autographs and stuff like that in there, like it the prices went up really quickly. So
Mhm.
how did you end up hearing about them initially? Like was it something that uh,
I just happened to be on whatnot saying hello to King of the Golden State. I
okay.
clicked on another group I follow, which is called Blez Sports. The only
Yep.
reason I found out about Blez is because one of the owners, they call him the backer, but he's a poker. He plays poker a lot. He's actually won a gold bracelet.
Oh wow.
And so I kind of found them on Instagram, then found them on Whatnot, and then the rest is history. They were doing like you can get a spin and find what character you get for as little as I've seen it go for under $10.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's And then I've seen that for big characters, so that's what's even crazier. Let's see, lock. Let's just say if you pull any sketch cards from Marvel and you, two of my friends work on. Oh, that's pretty cool. I forgot. Yeah, Lock is an artist. Yeah, so he said two of his friends worked on that set. So yeah, the Marvel annual. So the Marvel annual does have sketch cards. They probably are like one of well, they not are probably are.
Yeah, that was ultra limited, but.
Yeah,
But
one of one basically.
I love seeing them though, like because there are some artists that I follow on Instagram that they'll be like, oh, like I did this sketch card, that one, and then they'll be like, yeah, these are gonna get sent out to be in the packs, and so I'm like, wow, that's sick. Like so.
And then also these characters, which I'll show a couple of them. Because some characters have rookie cards. They might be on other characters like Rasputin.
Oh wow! All right.
So this is her. This is not a first overall, but it's one of her rookie cards. You know how baseball does, like, oh, he's in Topps Bowman and he's in Star, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, so this is her rookie card. And
oh wow.
What else?
So Locke is saying that he's going to be on the next Marvel Spider-Man set. That's awesome, man.
Hey, send us a box and we can open it up.
You gotta let us know. You gotta let us know. When you're gonna be working on that stuff. I mean, if you can show us, because I don't know if you have to do like a NDA before you show everybody. But like, I would love to see, that art and everything like that on there. So definitely let us know.
Mm-hmm. So I had another. Oh, here we go. Scarlet. See, that's her rookie. This year, this set, whatever card she's in, this year is her rookie card because she's never been on a card.
No, I like that. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I would love to see like a Miles Morales or like a Spider Gwen or Talks and all, like just newer characters. Because the ones I have, like the sets that I have is they have like the 1990 and the 91 sets, which those are the ones I grew up with. So I was like, oh yeah, like I love these. But part of the fun was seeing when they introduce new characters and stuff. So
the biggest character who's a rookie this year, and nobody's talking about it, and he's not as popular with the card breakers because they don't know all of the characters. But to me, he would be a big character for the comic collectors. So this guy has a card.
That's awesome.
So this is his rookie card. So I have a few of his, and they have different design ones. This is like the sketch design. It's like one per box in that. And this is actually cool too. So like he would say Bowman's first. You know how they say Bowman's first?
Yep.
Topps Chrome first.
Oh, that's cool.
So this is his first. Like the other one is a rookie card as well, but this one is his first ever.
That's awesome.
So it's just a regular card, but you know how over time stuff is like, oh man, I wish I'd have kept that, blah blah blah. So Spider-Boy is, to me, he's in Topps Chrome. That would be more desirable to want to get. But guess what? I looked up his cards on eBay. His numbered cards are cheap.
Yeah.
His number cards are cheap. Yes, his number cards are cheap. Which that's why I said I don't think the card collectors understand that character. But I don't think the comic collectors know more about the cards as much, so because I know I would buy I would try to get what they call as the rainbow. I'll try to get one card from each of the numbers, get one, and just have the set because that's his rookie card. That's his first card ever.
Well, you see, I've been outside of that game for so long that I have no idea about any of that type of stuff outside of the older stuff that I used to get. So, I know that if I could get any set of cards from back in the day, I would love to get a full set of the original Marvel Masterpieces, the first set that came out, and trying to find like on eBay, they're expensive, and then sealed boxes are very expensive. But you know who has a ton of those? our good friend Splash, because Splash always he's got a bunch of like just sealed boxes of cards. He's like, yeah, I bought a whole bunch of these and just kind of kept them.
I
So
would love to know if he bought any of the stuff that recently came out, just to because he loves Marvel. You know what
you
I
know,
mean?
I don't even know if he knows it came out. Like that's the thing. Like I wonder how tuned into it he is. Because if his shop doesn't order it, he wouldn't get it. But I know he would love it. He would just never open them. So, you know, he would have them just sitting there, just chilling inside the box. And like, oh, I got a box, and
Mhm.
like, why don't you open it? Because it could be a great card. Now, oh no, no.
Mhm.
But he's probably dismantling his Halloween set still, just because. And
I think
that
yeah, like you said, if he finds out about it, he probably will buy a box or two or whatever. But like you said, he
yeah,
wouldn't open it. He'd just keep it in the
I know
box.
he would leave them closed. And then eventually, like, somebody would be like, hey, like you should, think about opening one of these and make never.
Or you should sell it. I don't sell.
Well, you know what, like, I mean, and that's what I say, like why not just do it for content? Just be like, all right, I'm gonna open one of these boxes, and then you know uh we'll just go ahead and look to see what the value looks like, and put them in, whatever, put them in a folder. Or if he doesn't care and wants to get rid of them, let him have, let somebody else have them, whatever. Um, I would say one thing that I saw that Comic Head 84 did with some of the cards is like he would send them out to get graded, some of the older ones, and then put them with his slabs. So he'll have the graded card and the slab, and just display, and the book, and just display it together. That's a really cool looking display. I think that's awesome. Um, and there's a lot of fun that can be had with the Marvel cards and comics, like display wise and everything like that. So I've seen more people
Mhm.
doing that. The first person I saw do that though was Comic Head 84. So I'll give him full credit on that, being that I saw him do that first. Even though, and
Yeah,
I'm sure there's other people that did it before him, but guess what? That's the first person I saw. So that's the one I say is the
yeah.
innovator.
But I'm not gonna lie. I actually I would love to. It won't be anytime soon, but I would love to get some of the Marvel annual boxes since they're in that range that I can. They're not out of reach. Say like that to buy a box.
Yeah,
But I would love to get maybe one of those to open up live or something.
absolutely.
But
I would
yeah,
do that.
yeah. So maybe that's
The
something we could look forward to. If the long as the price doesn't go above like 150, I think
Yeah.
I'm all for it. Getting a
Well,
whole box.
my
Uh,
question is, are you like me? Because me, like I said, was saying before, like I wouldn't even have to, like if somebody bought a box from them, like, look, I got 2 boxes of these. You open one, like I'm keeping all the cards, but you open them. I have no problem with that. I just sit there and just open, like, oh, cool, like just because, like me, it's just like it's like a present, so I just keep opening and just seeing what I get. I know for me, if I was to get one, I would probably like. If I was to get one, I'd probably get like 2 boxes just to be okay. I open this, and then like once I'm done, like, oh no, there's none left. Wait a minute, I had another box. Let me go ahead and
yeah,
open it.
yeah.
So
I am gonna get a box or two of that eventually. I don't know when, but it's just hoping the price doesn't go crazy. Because
yeah,
I think the more people open it, and the more people are not hitting big cards, that's when we'll see the price go up because people are like, oh
yeah,
man, the one of one hasn't been hit. Oh, blah 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 hasn't been hit. So they got a lot of those cards in there. But I'm gonna have to look at that checklist because I haven't really even looked at the checklist of the upper deck one.
is it
And
the upper deck 23, 24 set?
yeah,
It's just funny because it's like, all right, so it's 23, 24, even though 24, we're almost at the end of 2024. So but I understand, like,
it's just like sports. It's just like
yeah,
sports. Like the basketball stuff that's coming out since 23, 24.
yeah.
It's last year's rookies basically,
Well, yeah, yeah, of
and
course,
that's basically because Spider Boy was last year, right?
yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, so that's basically what that is. Yeah, so basically what that
That's
is.
cool.
The Scarlet Scarab was last year too because I think her first appearance was after the TV show Moon Knight
Yeah,
in a comics, which was kind of crazy. I thought she appeared in comics before, but she didn't. Uh, I think, if I'm thinking correctly, think she appeared on the show first. I don't know.
yeah.
I didn't think about it.
But
But
that's fun stuff though. Like I, like I said, like I don't get into that much, and I haven't been to a
and
shop.
definitely let us know uh, Mr. Locke, Loke win. If I'm saying that, I know I'm probably saying the first name incorrectly, which is crazy. I know how to say the last name just because I know poker player by Scotty Win, and that's how he spelled his last name. But let us know about that set when that comes out. The Marvel Spider-Man set. I don't know if that's going to be in a box or it's just a set. So definitely let us know if you're still watching when that comes out. Because that'd be interesting as long as as long as it's not freaking $500 a box or something. But yeah, man. What is it? Almost an hour. I don't have anything else to talk about. He said, "Oh, it's gonna be a box." So that Marvel Spider-Man set, he said, Marvel. I guess it's gonna be a box. Is it gonna be Marvel Spider-Man box, or is it going to be another Marvel box done by? You gotta let us know. Like, I'm very curious to be like, because I guess it could be Marvel Spider-Man and be like every Spider-Man related character because he does have a lot of characters.
Oh yeah, I mean, heroes and
You could
villains.
actually,
Yeah,
you could do the villains, heroes. I guess you could do a lot of characters with his spots. Yeah, you could do like because he wouldn't be the only hero. You could have Spider Boy. You could have Miles Morales.
yeah.
You could have
Spider Gwen. You get,
Spider Gwen, Spider Noir, Spider
yeah.
Ham.
Oh,
Uh,
Spider Punk. You
yeah,
also could
yeah,
do like characters, just if it's related, Aunt May, Uncle Ben, all the, you know what I mean. So I mean,
yeah,
there's a bunch of stuff, which is really
yeah.
awesome. I just but I know like if if they're gonna put chase cards and everything else like that in there, then I wouldn't expect that to be upper deck Spider-Man renditions to be announced. I bet you if there's gonna be some
If it's
chase
upper
cards,
deck, that means it's gonna be in that good price range. It's gonna be in that
well,
$100 price range.
you never know because if
But
they
it is Spider Man. But it is Spider Man.
yeah, that doesn't say it is Spider Man, so it's just like be prepared to pay some money for Peter Parker.
And then they might have two different Spider Man, like you said. They might have Spider Man and Peter Parker.
Yeah, oh yeah. I mean, just I have to say
Venom. You
like
got
trading cards are
Venom.
fun.
You got
Yep,
Venom, Carnage. So
yep,
you got a lot of spider related characters besides his villains. And then you
yeah, oh
got
yeah.
those other characters that appeared first appearance wasn't Spider Man. I wonder if they would put them in like a Black Cat. Um,
We gotta move it along.
Yep.
so but yeah, it's a lot of different characters. I wonder if they would put in there. I'm kind of curious to see how they look with the uh, how your art is going to look on that. Uh, and definitely we'll have to get like if I get a regular card from you, I have to send it to you to get that autograph. Get that autograph.
Ooh. He said he's tasked with charging with doing the villain sketch cards. I love it, absolutely. Like I just the villains are just fun too. Like something like an Electro, that would be incredible.
He's got like I'm very curious. I'm very curious. You got us wanting to ask more questions, but
Yeah.
I can't stay up any later because I have to wake up at 3 a.m. basically. Uh, I don't have anything else going on besides the short box. I'm about to go live in a couple of days. I have a few books already live, so you can definitely check out Shortbox. You can download the app. If you need my link, I can see my link on Instagram. There's my Instagram. We got Band of Brothers, I think, next week, next Saturday. I have to double check. But I think it's supposed to be next Saturday. But it's, Saturday night. For myself, I also have shout out to Tony Sanders. I have Beignet Fest next Saturday. So, what else? I dropped a couple of videos on the channel, but besides that, I don't have anything else going on. But oh, and Bleeker's Church. Shout out to Bleeker's Church
Yep.
every Sunday, um, and the Hunt every other Friday. It's not this
That's
week.
right.
It's not this week. It'll be next Friday.
Yep.
So definitely check out the Hunt. If you ever want to be a part of the Hunt, you can message one of us who are on the show. We can get in touch with Tony, and you work on your character and get you on there, man. Everybody's welcome to join. The more people that welcome, it's actually great because there'd be days that, me and Chris might just want to commentate. Oh, we might not we just want to chill and hang out. so it'd be nice to have some days off because our bodies are riddled with injuries from the hunt.
Right.
You got anything, Chris, before
Right now, I don't have anything on my channel, but I will say, I agree with all the shout-outs that Huda talked about. But then also, if you're a fan of the hunt, there is a secondary channel that has some outside content of the show called The Hunt Beyond the Ropes. So if you haven't checked that out, the video that's up there is the Halloween Havoc special. That we did as a preview for the Halloween Havoc show that we just had this last week on the hunt. So check that out. Go ahead and give it a subscribe if you want, so that way when new content comes up, you'll be able to see that right away. But other than that, I don't really have anything else happening right now. But you can see me on any of the various shows that I'm on, such as Bleakish Church and the Hunt and other stuff. I'm working on trying to get, just kind of a live hangout show going. Just still trying to get that all up and ready for myself. And so when that does happen, I'll go ahead and, make that announcement on my channel. But other than that, just having fun, doing the graphic content and just hanging out with the community. So thank you everybody who came on to check us out and watch with us. That's always the best, being able to interact with you guys. And I would say everybody have a great night and a great weekend.
Yeah. Peace out. We'll see you guys later on church. Oh, yes. Shout out to Splash too. Shout out to Splash in his giveaway.
Yes.
See you guys. Peace out. Let's get that.
Think positive. Never show any sign of weakness. Always go for the throat. Buy low, sell high. Fear, that's the other guy's problem. Nothing you have ever experienced can prepare you for the unbridled carnage you're about to witness. Right. Super Bowl, the World Series, they don't know what pressure is. In this building, it's either kill or be killed. Right. You make no friends in the pits and you take no prisoners.
You son of a bitch.
We happy? Vincent! We happy?
Yeah, we happy.